Hey, so this is a good type of base to attack with Bloonian. The bases with the storages in the four compartments in the corners like this. Actually, sometimes in this one right here, he's got Teslas, but sometimes people will have other defenses there, and these walls here won't be there. So when the balloons come in from the sides, they end up attacking the defense right here and hitting the storages as well, and sometimes you don't even need the minions to help clean them up. Also, in this one, I did not have heal spells. I forgot to wait for those, but it still gives you a pretty good idea of what this can do. It just ended up in this one me not getting as much elixir as I would normally have because the balloons died too early and the minions got picked off. That won't help and when you bring heal spells though, so here we go. First thing you want to do is you want to decide how many balloons you're going to need for each compartment and go for the archer towers usually, because the cannon, maybe one or two on the cannons, but mainly go for archer towers and they'll group together to wizard towers. Also, I think I placed the rages out a little bit farther than I should have, but that should end up taking out, like, you usually want maybe 4 per archer tower, maybe, yeah, about, and then 3 per archer tower, 2 per cannon. But then you follow it up with a few minions, not like a ton, just about. You want to split your raid up evenly between all these sections you intend to attack, depending on where or like what defenses are in the sections. So you want to kind of put more troops on the sections with more defenses or higher level defenses that can target air, and fewer on the sections with less air targeting defenses. Like this one, you can see I used a lot of minions on this one just trying to get the elixir because I didn't have the heal spells, but this one really only needed a few loons. I only have 2 left here, but 3 or 4 probably would have done it still with the rage. You'll see how well it does just with the 2 here. And part of that's because the air defenses are targeting minions, not loons, and that the minions are helping out, but then usually you want to use heroes to get any that you can in the end. I just put my king on the left and my queen on the right here to get the elixir, because that's the resource I'm trying to farm. But that's about it. Sometimes you can lure before, but generally I don't. Instead of luring, I'll just attack from the side opposite of where the clan castle is at first, which is what I did here. If you saw, I attacked from the left over here, and the clan castle is on the lower right. Then I attacked from the top up here. So both of these are, the opposite side of the clan castle. And then I dropped them down here after to check the clan castle, which is why I use the heroes last, because balloons can't really do anything to the clan castle, and even with the minions that I had left, it would have just ended up wasting a lot of troops, but heroes can generally deal with clan castle troops pretty easily, depending on what they are. At the very least, you can use one hero to draw them in one direction, and then the other hero to take out storages while they're distracted, so, which you can't really do with balloons and minions. Minions move in fast, and balloons can't really take care of anything. Well, that's about it for this base. Generally, in any other type of base, except for this one, you want to go for air defenses first. You want to try to rage your balloons through places with air defenses so that you can take them out as quickly as possible, and that allows you to sweep through the base easier because there's less firepower on them. You also want to watch for multiple balloons getting into the red or orange area, which is when you use heals. Balloons can't really take as many hits as giants, so you don't want to wait till last second like you do with giants or hogs even. As soon as they start getting like more than 3 or 4 in the orange area, you want to drop a heal, but also watch the shadows of the balloons, not the balloons themselves, when dropping spells, because the shadows are where the balloons actually are. Since they're an air troop, they're floating above. So the shadows tell you where they actually are on the map. And that'll help you a lot with leading them. And that's about it. Watch for structures that kind of jut out from the rest of the base. Structures that are kind of out of the main line of defenses, because those will clump your balloons together because they're farther out and they'll become a closer target than the other structures, the other defenses, rather. So you want to watch for those defenses that they put out farther. You don't want your balloons to all clump onto one defense. You want them to be at least moderately spread out so that they can take out multiple defenses at once and sweep through in a line rather than one big ball. When they're in one big ball, it exposes them a lot more to splash damage, which they're pretty weak against. Wizard towers absolutely destroy balloon attacks if you're not careful, as well as red mines. So, and actually even Teslas and crossbows do pretty well against balloons. Crossbows mainly because they have a little bit of health and it kind of helps them counter the balloon's damage so they can get more shots off. But Teslas because they tend to stagger the balloons when they pop up, which is why a lot of people will put their Teslas out in front of their air defenses, because when the Tesla pops up, it causes the balloons to pause for a second, allowing other defenses to get more hits in. So you want to watch for that. Rage them through areas where, especially rage them through areas where there are Teslas and where there are air defenses at the same time. If it's just an air defense, you can generally still rage them through it, but if you see an area where there is a Tesla and an air defense, prioritize those areas with the rages. That's about it. If I think of anything else, I will make another.